Hey guys, what's going on? You are now tuning into Life with Say DeAndre, and I am your host, the Prince, the one and only Ike Nitty from New York City. And we are back up on this scene once again with the gangsta lean. Now, before we get into the juicy Kool-Aid and Ciroc, you know I always got to show my gratitude. Thank you guys so much for tuning into my podcast, giving me good feedback, and just showing me love. You guys are the real MVPs, and I'm just so excited that you guys are taking this journey with me because I'm really passionate about this, and I'm so glad that I'm inspiring others and I'm getting people to be more vulnerable with people that they love, and they're able to move forward because of what the stories I'm sharing. So it really means a lot. I hope you guys continue to tune in and of course promote this. Like, I want not just LGBT people to know about it, but everyone, because we all have skeletons in the closet that we got to work out, and some people just can't talk about it, and that's why I'm doing this. Like, I just want to touch people's soul. I want people to be able to share how they're feeling all the time and not hide it in all, and feel like they can't talk to people that they love because of what they're gonna say. All right, now let's get into this story. You guys are probably gonna be like, wow, I can't believe you did that, Zay, but here we go. So, in high school, it was about, I want to say junior year. Yeah, junior year. Yeah, definitely junior year. There was this girl who always teased me. And she would always talk to her boyfriend about how she can't stand me, she doesn't like me. She thinks that I'm always trying to outshine her, and I'm always, the show off kid and all types of stuff, guys. Like, and it was crazy because I was so quiet in high school, so I don't know where she was getting like that stuff from, but whatever. So there was one day when I was going to lunch and I was meeting up with one of my friends, and I had ran into her. So she had stopped me and was like, hey, can I talk to you for a second? So I was like, yeah, sure, not a problem. So she pulls me to the side and she pretty much just goes off. Like, she's like, I'm tired of you thinking that you're better than everyone. I'm tired of you showing off and acting like you're the smartest guy in the class. I'm tired of you acting like you're that guy, because you're really not. And if it continues, we're really going to have a problem. And I just want you to know that I can't stand you and I don't like you. So I'm looking at her like, oh, okay, well, oh. Everybody who, if you know me, that's when I do the I don't care what you're talking about, like, oh. But I was just like, girl, like, I'm not tripping over you. Like, I'm not worried about what you're doing. I'm worried about me. I'm trying to get my education. Just because you don't know the answer doesn't mean anything. Like, why are you, trying to make me look like this bad guy? Because I'm not. I'm literally just focusing on me and doing what I got to do. Like, I'm not worried about any of y'all or what you got going on. Like, I just don't, you know? And she was like, yeah, whatever, don't make me get my boyfriend on you and blah, blah, blah. Mind you, I don't hit women. Now, granted, there's some people out there who hit women, but I'm not one of those people. Now, if she was trying to stab me or put my life in danger, then, that's a little different. But, my mama raised me to never put my hands on a female at all. Like, that's just not okay. But like I said, she did say if she's about to stab you or really, really hurt you, hey, there's nothing wrong with popping her in the mouth. But yeah. So anyway, that kept going on. She kept giving me dirty looks and just telling people not to like me. And of course, in high school, there were so many followers and two-faced people and stuff like that. So of course, there was other people who didn't talk to me because their loyalty was with her and all types of stuff. So I ended up knowing who her boyfriend was. And we had math class together. So, we would come to we would always like interact, but not like on that level, just like on a cool level. Like I would help him out with math because he was horrible at math. And, I had an A in math like every semester in high school because math was like one of my favorite subjects. So, there were days where he would just want to come to my house and I would help him. We would study before the test or stuff like that. But in reality, I would just help him cheat because he sat next to me. He just copied my answers, which I didn't really care because that's his education, not mine. I don't care. So, but I would try to help him. But in reality, he just would copy my paper. Like he would literally go to my house and study with me. But in reality, it would go in one ear, out the other because they always put us next to each other during the test. And you would think that he always got the same answers I did. Like we always got hundreds. And I always thought, the teacher would have caught on, but whatever. So there was one day he came over and we were studying for, an upcoming test. And he was telling me about his girlfriend, well, the girl who doesn't like me. And, he was telling me that she told him that she can't stand me. She wants him to beat me up, all types of stuff. And, I told her, I was like, nah, I'm not going to do that because he didn't do anything to disrespect you. If anything, you disrespected him. And you are jealous that he is happy with who he is. So I don't understand why you're upset about that. So they got into an argument or whatever. But anyway, so he came over. So as we were studying for the test, he just started being vulnerable with me. Like it was kind of weird. Like because I didn't see him that way. No, don't get me wrong. He was very attractive, but I didn't, think he was like that. I thought he would only be that way. I'm sorry, with someone he trusts. So the fact that he was like that with me, it kind of, warmed my heart up a little bit. So, we were talking, vibing, we were studying, and when we were done, I thought he was gonna go home, but he said he wanted to stay the night, and I was just like, no, you're not staying the night. Like, no, your parents are gonna be worried sick about you. Your parents don't even know me. My parents don't really know you. I just told my parents that you're here to study with me, and that's it. Like nothing more, nothing less. So he was like, can I just stay a little bit longer? He was finding any excuse just to stay. So I was just like, okay, fine, whatever. So we're watching a movie. And no, actually, I'm sorry. We were trying to find a movie and he was like, can he pick the movie? I said, okay, not a problem. And you guys will never guess the movie that he picked. So he picked The Skinny. Now, this is for my LGBT people. If you know what that movie is, yes, that's the movie. Now, for anyone who doesn't know, let me just tell you a little bit about it. So The Skinny is about 5 black, brown university classmates, 4 gay men, and 1 lesbian. So they reunite in New York City for a weekend of fun, sins, secrets, lies, and drama. It's really good. You guys should check it out. It used to be on Netflix, but they took it off. Actually, you know what? I think I might watch that tonight because that movie is really, really good. But anyway, so when I tell you that threw me completely off guard, I'm like, The Skinny? Like, I'm looking at him like, why are we watching this movie? He was like, you never seen it? No, I've seen it. I'm just surprised that you want to watch it. He was like, yeah, I love this movie. Let's watch it. So I'm like, okay. Red flag going off. No, actually, no, that was red flag number 2, like 1 and 2 put together. So I'm like, okay, let's watch it. Let's vibe. So we're watching it, and, he starts, telling me that he's sorry that his girlfriend treats me like that, and, he's not really happy with her. So I'm just like, why are you not happy with her? And he was like, well, I'm actually, he was like, you know what, let me just say this. Like, he's happy, but he's not sure if that's what he wants anymore. And I'm just like, well, what do you mean? And he was like, I think I'm attracted to guys. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm happy that you're sharing this with me, but I do think that if you are going to be interested in men and not women, I think you need to tell her that. I don't think that she should go through this type of situation because, she doesn't deserve that. I feel like if you want to be with a man, let her know. Like, I feel like it's not fair to her that she thinks that you're really into her and in reality that you're not, So I think you need to have that conversation with her. And he was like, yeah, you're right. I'm going to talk to her. But since I have this moment now with a guy that I think is very attractive, I'm just going to take that chance. And I was like, chance with what? And he was like, I want to kiss you. And I was like, no, we're not doing that. You have a girlfriend. I don't break up happy homes. And he was like, who said I was happy? And I was like, well, whatever that situation is, I don't want to be part of it. So you can keep it moving. So I get up and I turn the movie off and I'm trying to make him leave my house. So he gets up. I open the door. So he closes the door. And he was like, you don't want me to leave. And I was like, I really do. Go home to your girlfriend. Or get your thoughts together and decide what you want to do. Because I'm not going to be someone's side piece. Absolutely not. And he was like, you really think you're a side piece? I said, I'm not going to be a side piece. So if that's what you think this is, no, you can get out. And he was like, look at me in my eyes and tell me to get out. So I couldn't do it, y'all. I couldn't look him in his eyes and tell him to get out because he's very attractive, he's very sweet, and his personality is just amazing to me. So if I had told him that, I couldn't look him in his face. So I told him to get out, but I didn't look at him in his face. So he knew that I wanted him to stay. So he was like, yeah, exactly. So we go back in the living room because I was trying to walk him out the door. So we go back in the living room and we're watching the movie and, we were staring at each other and we ended up kissing. Yeah, we ended up kissing. And it wasn't like that, little average kiss. It was like we were dating kissing. And I didn't feel bad though, because I started to think about what his girlfriend was putting me through, like trying to make me look like the bad guy and turn everyone against me. So we kissed, we ended up messing around a little bit. I don't want to get too into the details because that's too much information, but just so you guys know, yes, we did mess around that night. So he left, we would always, communicate, talk, and it got crazier because, let me tell y'all, so there were days where they were supposed to hang out and he would cancel his plans with her to be with me. And I was with it. Even though I shouldn't have, I was with it. because of the simple fact that every day it was something with her. So in my mind, I'm like, well, little do you know, your man be at my house every night and we just be doing the thing, you know? We just be doing whatever, vibing and doing whatever comes to mind, you know? So, you know, I just was on some, I'm gonna be karma. So, and I'm gonna continue to talk to this boy because you keep putting me through hell and I don't like that. So, one day I was walking home and I ran into the girl once again, and she was telling me how she's gonna get her boyfriend to beat me up because she's sick of me. Okay, that's not a problem. So I asked her, I said, hey, where has your boyfriend been lately? And she was like, he's been at practice because he played basketball at the time. And I was like, really? Really? Like every day? She was like, yeah, that's why we haven't spent a lot of time together. I said, no, baby, that's not why. And she was like, what do you mean? I was like, he's been with me. Every time you guys made plans, I would step in and say I wanted to do something, and he would cancel the plans. He would find any excuse in the world to not be around you. He wants to be with me. Now, I don't know if he wants to date me, but he loves to be around me. And she was like, you lying faggot. If I find out this is true, I'm going to get you beat up. All types of threats. I said, okay, that's fine. Go ask him. So she asked him, and he confirmed it. Now, I was a little shocked that he confirmed it because you know how guys on the DLR, they deny it and then they, try to make it seem like that's not the case. Like, actually, there's this one movie, I forgot what it's called, but I seen it. There was this guy who was on the DL. I think he was a rapper or a producer, and he met this other guy. He would bully him and always call him out his name, but once they were alone, it was like that was his lover. Like, they would always mess around and do the damn thing. But then all of a sudden he had got caught with the guy and he beat him to a pulp. Like, he beat him up. Like, it was crazy. It was a movie, but still, it was like, wow, like, you really beat someone you really care about, and you can be yourself with up because you didn't want to get caught. But anyway, so he confirmed it, and I was happy. I felt so relieved, and I felt that she deserved that because she was always torturing and bullying me. So I felt like, you know what, now I'm gonna be karma. So now I'm gonna be messing with your man, and there's nothing you can do about it. And I kid you not, guys, he would not be around her. Like, I didn't really see them hug, kiss, none of that. He would just find any excuse to not be around her. So I was just like, you know what? I like doing this, so I'm going to continue doing it. So, she was upset, and, she didn't come to school for a few days. And, at that time, no, I didn't feel bad. But looking back at it, I shouldn't have done that. But like in the past, basically, when I feel like someone has done me wrong, I had to make them feel hurt. And every time I've done that, it would make me feel better for like a second, but in the long run, no, it didn't. So, that's just how it is with me. I'm sorry, how it was with me. I'm not that same person anymore, but that's just how I looked at it. And I feel as though, at that moment, yes, she deserved it. But, the person I am now, I would have never entertained that. I would have just let her keep talking and just move on, because unless, like I said before, unless you get in my personal space or if you touch me, I will never, get to that level. So that is that story. Well, in the end, me and him, well, we kind of fell off because he went to school somewhere else when we graduated. I went to school somewhere else, so I hope he's doing fine. But yeah, so that's that story. Now, you may ask me, why did I want to get revenge? It was mainly to the point to you can only take so much, you know? And if someone constantly is picking at you and bothering you and torturing you, you're gonna snap. It's like hitting a dog. Like when you keep hitting and bothering the dog, eventually it's gonna attack you. And that was me, you know? So it was it was very wrong that I did that. Yes, I will 100% acknowledge that. But I hope you guys understand that she pushed me to the edge. Like, can you I'm pretty sure you guys can relate to this. Someone who constantly bullies you, picks on you, annoys you, and just wants to bring you down because they're upset of your success. Like, it's scary. Like, why are you so threatened by me? Like, I didn't do anything to you. I'm just, again, trying to get my education and move on. Like, I don't understand. Now, you may ask me, do I still believe in me getting the revenge? No, I do not believe in me taking the steps in being karma anymore. I leave that up to the Lord. Karma is real. I just I leave that up to her. I'm sorry. Because I just, you know, revenge doesn't make me feel better. And it once you get revenge on someone, it just brings you down to their level. You know, and some people will claim that they're okay with getting revenge, but I feel like in reality, no, they don't. Because what did you accomplish by hurting someone that hurt you? Hurt people. And that's, you know, that's how it is. But you don't have to hurt someone who hurt you. I can understand if you took what someone did and hurt somebody else. It's still not okay, but I'm not gonna hurt you back because you hurt me. You know what I'm saying? It's just not worth it. You may ask me, did revenge ever come back on me again for, you know, getting that revenge on him? No. Nothing happened, well, that I remember. Yeah, nothing happened to me for getting revenge on her that I can think of. So yeah, nothing happened. It was just every life just continued to go on, and that was that. You may ask, do I regret getting revenge on her? No, I don't. I don't regret it. Actually, I don't regret anything I do in life. Let me tell you why. I feel like everything happens for a reason, and everything that you do, everything that you say, you just take it as a growing experience and you move on. Like, you don't have to. Well, some people live with regrets. Like, how I look at it, I would just say, if I could go back and do things differently, or if I knew what I know now, I definitely would have done things differently, you know? But again, I don't live with regrets. And I don't think anyone in this world should live with regrets either. You live once, you only live once. Take it with a grain of salt. Take it with a grain of salt, I'm sorry. And you just move forward. And the bad things that you have done in life doesn't determine who you are as a person, as an individual, as a man or a woman. At the end of the day, as long as you acknowledge what you've done and you learn from it, that's all that matters. Because once you take those steps in becoming better, because you know better, you'll do better. You know what I mean? And that's all that matters. Like, no one can ever knock you down for trying to be better. And if there's anyone out there who's trying to do that, they're just jealous that you're trying to go somewhere different in your life and they can't do it. And that's totally fine, you know? That's just how Isaiah feels about it. You may even ask me, What advice can I give to people who want to be their definition of karma? I will say this: it's really not worth it. It's not, guys. It's not worth you getting down to someone's level because of what someone did to you. You know, I had a lot of growing up to do. I did. I was young. This was high school. I'm telling you, revenge was always in my mind, guys. I kid you not. Always. And I always felt like that was my definition of relief. You know, I felt like once I got my revenge, I can move on with my life. But in reality, it wasn't making me feel better. It was just making me feel better at that moment. And I felt like in the moment they did deserve it. But in the long run, does that make me a good person? No. What makes me a good person is if I walk away. What makes me a good person is if I learn not to do that to someone else. What makes me a good person is I continue to focus on what's more important in my life. And revenge is not important in my life. I just once again, I let karma handle that because she's real. And guess what, guys? Let me let you in on a little secret. Sometimes karma doesn't even hit you. Karma hits people around you, and you never will see it coming. And that's the crazy part. But at the end of the day, guys, if you can think about what you're going to do. See, I feel like when we're upset, when we're angry, we do not think before we react. We just react. There's some people who fight first and ask questions later. Some people ask questions and then they still want to fight you. You know what I'm saying? But if you take a step back and think about what you're about to do before you do it, you can have a change of heart. Because now that I'm in that headspace, I always think about how would I feel if somebody did what I'm about to do to someone else, you know? Even though I feel like in the moment they deserve it, I think about that, and then I also think about what if they try to do something even worse because I'm trying to hurt them because they hurt me. And some people are like that. Some people, I kid you not, believe in hurting you even worse. Like it'll be a tit for tat until somebody is dead. You know what I'm saying? Like they will fight you, they will steal from you, they will do everything in the world to hurt you until one of y'all just can't take it no more and run away. You know what I'm saying? So why waste your time? Because you don't know how everybody is when it comes to karma. You know, again, there's people out there who will walk away, but then there's some people who be like, nah, I gotta get you back because you had no reason to hurt me. You know? And I'm so proud of myself for coming to that conclusion because, you know, I don't think I would have the wonderful people in my life if I, you know, continue to hurt people because they hurt me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm in a great headspace in my life. And I haven't thought about karma in a while. Now, I do come across people who tell me they want to do something because they hurt them, and I would be the person to talk them out of it. And I'm proud of myself for that because now that I was, I was once in their shoes. So now that I know, I can talk them out of doing it because I don't want to see anyone get even more hurt because you never know how things are going to turn out. So if I can be the reason you flip the script and don't do anything, and again, just let karma handle that, you'll be just fine. There's so much more other important things in life than trying to get revenge on people. And you know what? As Beyonce said, the best revenge is your paper. So instead of getting revenge, go out and get some money. Keep doing you. Keep shining. That makes them a lot more mad. Because some people will think that you're out to get them because you hurt them. But in reality, nah. You out there getting money. You out there trying to promote your brand. You're out there living your best life. Doing you. Progressing in life. I ain't worried about revenge no more. And that's all that matters. So keep doing you, guys. Keep smiling. Keep securing that bag. Keep listening to your favorite celebrity, watching movies, turning up, going out. Well, with this pandemic, I don't know what you guys are really doing, but don't let negativity overshadow what you got going on in life. And I'm going to just leave that there. And we, of course, are going to wrap it up there. Thank you guys so much for tuning into Life with Sadie Andre. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you next time. Mwah.